Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmic. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I will be doing a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Alrighty, let's get into this. Really quick, I just want to say thank you for your support on the channel. The likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and the donations all really do help out. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty. So we've got breathe and time for a nap on the bottom of the deck. So you could be focused on meditation, mindfulness, taking a pause, self-care, all of that. Which is good. That's a very good thing. We can't pour from an empty cup. So yeah, you could definitely be focused on self-care right now. Ah, Um, we've got chaos and conflict. So, what that could also mean is that you're being asked to amp up on the self-care. So, if you haven't been really focused on that, because things are a little chaotic and maybe you're dealing with conflict, definitely amp up the self-care. Take 5 minutes a day and just kind of clear your thoughts. Do whatever it is that you can do to kind of pull into your now moment, release the anxieties and just be for 5 minutes. Focus on your breath. What do you feel in your body? Where do you feel it? Kind of talk to it. Like that kind of thing can pull you into the present moment and pull you into your body so you're not getting kind of stuck and caught up in everything going on right now. Because with these two cards right here, this is a lot of external stuff going on. So we've got round and round, which is like karmic cycles. So you could be working on breaking different karmic cycles, different this could be with other people, this could be places, this could be limiting beliefs, lack mentality, all of that. So mindset, external stuff. I am getting external chaos and conflict for some of you. Um so yeah, maybe you're being called to really amp up on the self-care right now. What's going on with chaos and conflict? Round and round. Okay. You could be feeling, um, you could be feeling alone, misunderstood. Maybe there's not many people around you, or maybe there's no one around you that you can talk about certain things with. This is kind of normal on the awakening journey. Will hit certain phases and it'll be like, I have nobody I can talk to about this. And when that happens, just know it's kind of a two-part thing. One, it's a great invitation to go within and connect with source in your own way and get your own guidance. The other thing is just know that by you realizing that you would like to talk to somebody about certain things, certain topics, by that being eliminated to you, now you are in the perfect position to start manifesting that. So if you're like, I really want somebody to talk to about aliens or the 5D or ascension or whatever it is for you, just know that that desire is coming up for you because it's something that you are deserving of having. And so it's the experience of contrast. So it's allowing yourself to know like, okay, I'm noticing that I don't have this thing and I would like this thing. Okay, now I would, now ask for it and then allow it to happen. And then make sure you're following the guidance, those intuitive nudges and stuff, because it could be taking a different route to work and stopping at a different store or something like that on your way that's going to allow you to meet somebody, serendipitously. Um, we got the here and now card. And what I heard is that you have the availability to you in some way to not feel like this in the here and now. So there might be somebody that you are aware of that you could actually reach out to and talk to about some of these kinds of things. So that's just kind of a little side note. Okay, I am being guided to read it. I was wondering. I was like, that didn't really feel like it matches this energy. So, oh, okay, yeah, being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. Everything happens in the now, in the present. Only this moment counts. You have what it takes to handle anything today if you let go of the need to look into the future or reflect on the past. Be present and notice what is going on right now. This very moment has the potential for you to create miracles in your life. Um, okay. It says, let your heart trust that you have everything you need right here, right now, whether you have the relationships that you desire or not. Stay present and aware in this moment as you cherish and approve of your beautiful self. You are a magnet for love. Spirit is madly in love with you right now. Did you know that? Turn to spirit to feel the joy of love in the here and now. Okay. So yeah, that's it's really bringing up like self-love and that self-care and pouring that type of energy into yourself as well. So it's that energy of like how you want to be loved by somebody else. Put some of that energy back into you, and you're going to naturally align with people who can love you like that. And this can be romantic, but it can also be platonic. And then there's the fates on the bottom of the deck. So there's something going on with the fated situation or a connection right now. This is something that you planned on experiencing before you incarnated, basically. So it's one of those like, our soul comes up with a plan. So it's still you that's choosing your fate. It's just your higher self. So it's kind of keep that in mind. Yeah. Okay. We're going a whole nother tangent. Almost went on a whole nother tangent of how that works, but I'm being guided not to. Okay, happy, happy. Yeah, focus on something that can make you happy right now. I'm being called to look in the guidebook here. So, let's see here. Joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling that all is well. Your desires are effortlessly fulfilled now. Find joy in the present moment, whatever is happening, and be satisfied with things as they are. You're free from the shackles of longing and able to experience the liberation that comes from actually being happy moment to moment. For you have chosen happiness over yearning for it. Now is the time for feeling joy for the sake of joy and experiencing contentment. None of this is because of something outside of yourself. Your happiness is a result of your being at one with Spirit's plan for your life. All is well. The tide is in for now. Enjoy playfully splashing in it. Oh, this is beautiful. So it's really interesting because we've got a lot coming out about the present moment, being in the present moment, and then we've got this like chaos, conflict, round and round, and orphaned energy, which isn't really um it's more, uncomfortable of an energy over here. But then this over here is really okay. What this message is saying, I feel like this is the energy you're in, where you're dealing with a lot. There's a lot going on. I just heard you have a lot on your plate. You're navigating a lot right now, and it can feel very overwhelming, very lonely. And what you're being called to do is to connect with spirit in your own way and focus on the present moment. And also remember that your intuition works in the present moment. It doesn't work for future scenarios or for past memories. It works in the now moment. So when you pull into the now moment, then you can actually get clear with your guidance system and then ask a question. So if you're focusing on doing something that's going to shift some of this energy to pull you off of a cycle, pull into the now moment and then ask your intuition in that now moment, for some guidance. You can ask yes and no questions, see how it feels in your body. You can look into muscle testing, pendulums, whatever it is for you. Really start to build that relationship with your intuition if you haven't already, and continue to expand it if you already have, because your intuition is the guiding compass of your life. And so your intuition is going to tell you where to move that is in your highest good, to continue to shift you into alignment, to live the life that you want to live, especially with this faded card out here. Okay, I'm being told to look at the bottom of the deck. We have truth be told. Okay. So there's something here about speaking your truth that's going to set your heart free, is what I just heard. Yeah, and especially in that was with the image that it totally came from. So there's like this owl with this kind of bird cage around the heart, and then it's open, and all these hearts are fluttering out. So this is really communicating your truth from an open heart space. And there's something here with you communicating your truth, it's going to set you free. This is something that is going to help allow you to pull off of some of this chaos and conflict. Sometimes this is being truthful with ourselves first. So, in order for us to speak our truth to somebody else, we have to know what that truth is. And so it's asking those questions, who am I? What do I want? How do I want my life to look? How do I want to feel in my life? What are the things that I actually do desire when I'm not thinking about what other people want for me? It's really starting to get into that energy, and then allowing yourself to really connect with what is in alignment for you, and then allowing yourself to have it. And then sometimes it's gonna be brought to you, and then sometimes you're going to get that intuitive guidance to take divinely inspired action. And so it's just gonna depend, and that's where that whole listening to your intuition is so important, because it just varies. It varies on the situation, it varies on what it is you're manifesting. Okay, co-create, and I'm hearing you're co-creating with the divine right now. So, and I just heard you co-create with the divine in the present moment. Ooh. Ooh, bars. Um, yeah, yeah, I mean, that's true. Um, so and remember it's from a feeling state as well. So tap into this happy, joyful energy. You have access. Okay. Am I really being guided to go into that? Okay. There is a chart of emotions, and it's by vibration. I forgot what it's called, but it looks kind of like a vortex. And then on the bottom, it's like fear-based emotions, and they're slower moving energy waves. And then as it goes up, then it's faster moving energy waves. Okay, so you've got like, fear, anger, shame, guilt, frustration, and then it goes up into neutrality, and then it goes into peace, and goes up from there up to joy, right? Peace, you know happiness, etc., etc., all the different words for happy dappy feelings. And then it goes up to, I think, joy and bliss is towards the top of it. And so it's one of those, if you're really struggling right now, don't focus on being joyful. If you're over here and you're experiencing extreme like frustration, anger, guilt, shame, if you're experiencing that and then you're trying to get to joy, it's a huge energy shift. But if you can just do your best to move through those emotions and get to that place of neutrality, that's still progress. And then when you're in neutrality, you can bump up to peace, and then you can bump up to happiness. So maybe look into that scale and like, okay, I'm real frustrated right now. So what's the next one from there? Okay, the next one from there is this, and start grabbing onto things that make you feel a little more, in that frequency. There Abraham Hicks talks about this a lot. And it's one of those, like, if you're feeling guilty or shameful or anything else, and then you bump up to anger, that actually is a shift in the emotion. And so anger, and remember, anger wants to move. So it's definitely a moving energy. But anger isn't a bad thing. It's just how we express it that can be bad, quote unquote. But um it's allowing yourself to experience all of those emotions, and then just keep reaching for those better feeling emotions. Sometimes neutrality is the goal for the day. Like, if I can just get to a neutral place and all is good, and I'm not jumping for joy, but I'm not, over here spiraling. Hey, that's good. So there's something here with really starting to work with your internal state of being. And I feel like maybe you have been working on that quite a bit. I do feel like there's a lot of growth in that area for this collective. It's just like there's external stuff right now, I feel like, that's going on. Maybe it's stuff that feels like it's out of your control. And if it is out of your control, let it go. If there's nothing you can do in this now moment to change any of it, let it go. If there's something you can do in this now moment to change something, ask your intuition and then do that thing. Okay. Freaking going on some going on some tangents today. Sometimes it comes through. Alrighty dokie. What else? Okay. Okay. Weird. Okay, so we got mending and then all that glitters. And what I actually heard was mending something that you are looking at as though it's a temptation, but it's not. So that's a real interesting message. Okay. What I'm actually getting from this, it's funny how it will take a turn sometimes. So, what I'm actually getting from this for a lot of you, I should say the dominant thread of energy coming through with these two cards, well, through three cards right now, is actually this counterpart energy that's been coming up a lot. So it's for a divine masculine who is in no contact with their divine feminine counterpart. And what I heard was it's basically speaking your truth to your person and mending that situation is going to really help you to shift over here into this like happier, peaceful, here and now creative energy. And it feels there might still be a part of you that feels like it is a temptation and that it's gonna, like, throw you off balance in some way, but it's actually the opposite. So, again, really listen to your intuition, and that could apply in other aspects as well. That's just really the only message coming through with those 2 cards right now, so I'm gonna take that, you know, as that specific message. Okay, let's see what else wants to come out. Peace. That's funny because I was talking about peace a minute ago when I um was looking at the here and now card. So yeah, I feel like this is something that you're craving, especially because it came up earlier. And so I feel like you're really craving just that sense of peace. And it's really challenging for you to obtain it because of external stuff going on, or maybe you're still breaking through some cycles. If the counterpart energy is resonating with you and your divine masculine really being kind of hounded by the universe to reach out to your counterpart, it's probably going to be kind of difficult to find peace right now. um and so what I'm hearing is there is an opportunity for you to find peace in the here and now, and you know what that is, you know what that next step is to shift into this more peaceful state. But it's an energy that's like, it's gonna be, it might be like a little, ooh, it might cause some like just intense emotions at first, but there is definitely peace that you will find with the situation. And so, I do feel like that is really specifically for the counterpart thread of energy, but if not, take it as it resonates because there's lots of things in our life when we're avoiding something for a while and the universe is like do this thing, do this thing, do this thing. Once we actually do that thing, all of a sudden we find peace. So just remember that as well. Sometimes we're not going to find peace until we do that thing by design. So, just remember that. Um I want getting into this one now. Okay, let's see here. What wants to come out of this here next? Ouch. Okay, so this is the part of the reading where we might be switching and following the counterpart thread of energy. It's kind of suspecting that that might happen. Um, so we're just gonna follow it. If other threads of energy come through, cool. If not, Here's a warning that we might be just following the counterpart thread of energy from for the rest of the reading. I'm not sure. Um, okay. I'm being guided to actually read this. So the reason I said that this is the Magician in the Mirror card. This is there's two cards in here in this particular deck that have counterpart energy with them, and this is one of them. So it's talking about a mirrored soul. It's like perfect balance. It's also about knowing and using your true power. It's talking about the culmination of your personal and spiritual power at this time. So it's a combination of passion and action, and then the light of reflection. So it's letting you know that you are the magician. Within your grasp are the amazing forces of earth and spirit. It's we've got clarity of thought, and then bringing direction and creativity. Together they give you the magnificent magic of transformation. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like you're really okay, so yeah, we're doing the counterpart thread of energy here. So you're really being guided to um go to your person and just communicate with them. And it's going to vary for each of you. Listen to your intuition. Some of you it's going to be, opening things right up and talking romance. For others of you it's going to be, talking spiritual awakening and the journey and things like that. Take it as it resonates. Um but there is something here where you're being guided to reach out right now, and I'm seeing this orphaned card, and it's so that you can actually have a reflection. And I just heard an accurate reflection of all of the work that you've done. And this alone is going to make you not feel so alone or misunderstood. Um, and you're going to give that gift to your person as well, by the way. Um, Yeah, we've got the sixth chakra on the bottom of the deck. This is intuition. That's the third eye. The color's indigo. Sits, kind of on the forehead in the middle of the eyes. It has to do with seeing through illusions and really getting insight, seeing hidden information and truths and all of that. The world. I just heard you could have the world with this person. Dude. Oh my goodness. Um, Yeah, this card can also talk about going global. So maybe you're being called to be in the public eye, maybe you already are, maybe you're about to level up when it comes to that. Maybe that's something that has to do with soul mission, soul purpose. That's another thing you could go to your counterpart and talk about it first if, that's something that's resonating is, you know, talking soul mission. Because in this energy, this is a true counterpart and you have a shared soul mission. So, that would be a good starting point. If you need a starting point. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm being guided to read the world. Read the world. Hey. All right. Expansion and opening up. Okay, so yeah, this is about your soul expansion. That's part of the reason you are being guided to reach out at this time is for your soul expansion. That's what I just heard. So that makes a lot of sense. It's reminding you to expand your vision and contemplate some much broader options. There's a lot out there to consider. Um, yeah, it's talking about like going global, internet, social marketing, all of that. It's also letting you know you have unlimited resources available to you, and now is the time to think big. As the saying goes, the world is your oyster, so get ready to gabble it up. Hey. Yeah, yeah. So it also is about your soul expansion. I just heard the next step for your soul's expansion, and it was souls, it was plural. So, depending on if this is like a twin flame situation or not, it's still that energy of you and that other person in, your own bodies coming together, and then that's going to help with both of your soul expansion. So, just keep that in mind. And you do have blossoming abundance here. in your energy as well as caring connections. So there is definitely that romantic thread of energy coming through with you and your person. So, and that's just one of those, like, if you're desiring a romantic connection with your person, that's what they're on board for as well. If you're just desiring to work with them, platonic, whatever it is, they're on the same page. This is an energy where this other person is on the same page as you when it comes to the bigger things. It's the big stuff. It's the, romantic relationship. It's the if you want to get married or if you don't, or if you want kids or if you don't, or if you want, fur babies or you don't. Those kinds of things um are what you and your person are aligned with. It's the big stuff, which is important. It's very important to be on the same page with your person as far as big things like that. If one person wants more kids and the other person doesn't, it can create problems, etc., etc. Um, okay. Interesting. So we've got journey and envy, and what I'm hearing from this envy card is longing. That fucking word in these readings. It just comes out real weird. Um, it's what I heard was it's time to take this journey and put an end to the longing. And I mean, yeah, that's the message. Like we'll get some more out, but that's ultimately at this point here, regardless of what's going on externally in your life, what you're cleaning up, what you're pulling away from, it doesn't matter your financial situation. It's really there's something about this energy where you and this person are in alignment. You don't have to feel like this anymore. And the thing is it's one of those, I'm getting this energy of like two lone wolves getting kind of tired of being alone on the journey. And it's time for you two to come together so you both don't feel so alone anymore. Even if you're around a lot of people, or even if your person's around a lot of people, I feel like you both have this element of feeling alone, feeling misunderstood. And that's the gift that you are going to give each other when you do reach out, is to not feel so alone anymore. This person, what I'm hearing is from this point forward, when you allow yourself to reach out and do this, you two are going to be in each other's lives for the long haul. Um, it might be something that evolves, like a connection that evolves where it starts platonic and then it shifts into romantic. But for some of you, it might be romantic right away. It just depends. And, this is a collective message. So there's different threads of energy, but it's really this energy of you and this person. It's just like it's the perfect time for this. And you guys are in the perfect energy for this to happen. And we've got the second chakra here. This is the sacral. This sits in between the base of the spine and the belly button. The color's orange. It has to do with passion, creativity, sensuality, and pleasure. So, there could definitely be sensual energy between you and this person. It's also really tapping into that creativity. And so that's where like soul mission kind of comes up. Is there's something also that you and your person are meant to create together, and that's part of what this is about as well. It's about what you're being called to come together and create. For some of you, it is something that's going to go global, is what I just heard. So this is pretty massive, and you could be getting this intuitive insight here with the goddess of the moon. This is an intuition card. And so really allow yourself to tap into your intuition. This is also saying that your counterpart, your feminine's very highly intuitive. And so that's just confirmation for you. I feel like you already know that. And then door to spirit. This also has to do with your ascension. This has to do with you and your person connecting to spirit in a more meaningful way and on a more regular basis, is what I just heard. Anything else? Okie dokie. Okay, woman holding a coin. Okay, you could be viewing your feminine as being like financially well off, stable, grounded, etc. And I feel like this is just extra confirmation for you. You okay, there's a message coming through. It's kind of interesting. But basically what I heard was something along the lines of you could be thinking or viewing things, maybe it is actually true, that you and your person are financially imbalanced is how it came through. And if you are if you're worried about that, don't be. This is what I just heard. Um just yeah, just understand this is about way more than your finances right now. This is I just heard it transcends finances. So keep that in mind. This is also something that if you are able to pull into this present moment energy and really find a sense of peace and happiness and all of that, that's when you're shifting into a more abundant energy as well. So if this is the key, mm, if this is the next thing that you're being asked to do to get into alignment, it's going to affect your finances in a very beneficial way at some point as well. So just keep that in mind. If that's something that you're worried about, I'm hearing it's not a big deal. It's just not. And you do have blossoming abundance in your energy. So you are shifting into a more abundant energy now. And then I'm hearing like how think about how you feel when you are envisioning a potential future with your person and you're just kind of lost in the daydream and it feels so good. Think about the effect of that on your life if you felt like that in your physical reality on a regular basis because you're talking to your person and you're actually having those conversations and you're enjoying each other. Mhm. you know think about the effect that that's going to have on your I'm hearing your set point, so your natural energetic set point. So if it's been really difficult for you to come up to that place of neutrality or peace or happiness or anything like that and you're kind of bouncing between the lower emotions right now, think about the effect it's going to have on your life if you're able to raise that natural set point up to neutrality even, and then you're bouncing up into the peace, the joy, the happy, so on and so forth. And then of course, we're going to drop into those lower vibrational emotions as well because we're human. That's part of the experience. But you can pull it back up to neutrality and peace way quicker when you're not kind of bouncing really hard in those lower energies, those lower emotions. Hopefully that makes sense. So, just kind of think about it that way. That's part of what this is about. It is also for a heart healing. There's something about you and this person communicating that's going to heal something within both of you that's going to naturally align you with your dream reality. So, yeah, that's literally this is the dream reality card for me. So this is the 1111 card, manifestation, dream reality. This is whatever it is that you're desiring and then some. So that's, again, that's what this is about. This is about aligning you with a different reality. And it's also about soul mission. There's definitely a big thing coming through about soul mission. That's a huge part of this as well. So, yeah, I mean, and I'm hearing you have the power and the control in this now moment to change this situation. So you can break no contact right now and get going on this. It's aligned. It's you know, it's aligned right now for you to do this. Um so yeah, it's really been coming through really strongly. Like it's time for you I feel like you were waiting for divine timing for a while, and now it's like, okay, divine timing's here. It's aligned. You're ready for this. Your person's ready for this. It's all systems a go kind of thing. So now it's just allowing yourself to take those action steps to do this, and it's aligning you with your dream reality. Um, Anything else? Garden in the gate. Hmm. Okay. So I wasn't quite sure what this was actually talking about with the garden and the gate. But what I'm hearing is that you might be viewing it as though your feminine is out of your reach. Um, and they're not. That's an illusion. You have, what I'm being told is you have a way to contact this person right now. So it's one of these things like it's a perception thing. You're viewing them as out of your reach, but they're not. Um, yeah, it's one of those like you have a way to connect with this person, and it's just about you allowing yourself to do so. In some of you, I just heard ghosting, so that might be something that happened. Um, something like that, but it's one of those things that, if that was the situation and there was like ghosting involved, um if it was on your end, just, own it. Like, hey, my bad. I was going through an ascension. Like, a divine feminine's going to understand that. And also, like, own it, take accountability for it. If it was on their end, okay, nothing came through. So maybe it was on your end. I was going to say, if it was on their end, that'd be kind of, yeah. I mean, even if it was on their end, it's still with this energy you could still extend just like a, hey, would you want to talk sometime or something like that. It's still there's something in alignment with this energy where you are being asked to reach out and this person is going to be receptive. So that's ultimately the message is you have a way to communicate with this person or contact this person. It's just you might be viewing it from that lens. For some of you, maybe it's because you haven't talked to this person in a while. Maybe there was a ghosting situation. Maybe there was, an argument or something the last time you encountered. Um, I was going to say interacted and then encountered and it mended together. Um, are we coming into it? We are coming into a Mercury retrograde. Here we go. Okay. I was like, my words are doing things today. Okay. Anyways, back to the freaking thing at hand here. Whatever it was that happened between you two, there is an alignment in this energy where you two are perfectly in alignment to do something together. Whether it's, a romantic relationship or working together or just talking about the journey, whatever it is, you're really it's in alignment right now for you to reach out to this person. And so, as much as you might be thinking that, maybe you think this person doesn't want to hear from you, maybe you think that you're not where you need to be on the journey, whatever it is, understand that in this energy, you are in alignment with this person. And that's why this message keeps coming through, is because you are in alignment right now to contact this person, to break no contact, and to shift into this next phase of life that I feel like you've been wanting for a while. And your person has been too. This is about your ascension. This is about the next steps for you on this journey. This is about the next phase of the journey. And you're ready for it. You both are. You're in alignment. So allow yourself to just do it. Allow yourself to just reach out and to just break no contact and see what happens. You're going to be very pleasantly surprised. That has come up in so many of these readings. You are going to be very pleasantly surprised. Okay. So I'm gonna see if anything else wants to come out. Yeah, I feel like at this point, it's just really coming through to let you know that you have the ability in the here and now to put an end to this longing. I was wondering if that one would come out. Um, you could also be viewing your feminine as very intelligent. Um, okay. Making sure this was your feminine and not somebody else around you, but it does feel like how you're viewing your feminine. Maybe they really are. Um, but yeah, and this might be, I just heard intimidating, so that might be part of it too, where you're just like, oh shit, how do I approach somebody like that? But you just just be you. Just be authentically you. You know, and allow that to be enough because it is. So that was a pretty profound way to end this message, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. If this resonates, you can let me know in the comments below. I'd love to talk to you about it. Feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel, so thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, you can hit subscribe. It is free. I will see you on the next message. Bye.